So I've been online for about a decade, and I've made a lot of digital products, and I've made over $1 million over this time. Now, I didn't start digital products in the first 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So just recently I started creating digital products. And so I've made lots of different ones, from courses to PDF guides, to workbooks, to ebooks, to templates and swipe files and guides. I've made a whole gamut of different types of digital products, but I am focusing on just a few this year. I have videos for a course that I may or may not launch, depending on my mood and depending on the value that I provide. But I am on the track, especially for my audience here on YouTube, on Twins Mommy, to create ebooks. I think that's the easiest and minimal viable product that you can create if you want to start creating digital products. So if you want to get on the road of creating a digital product like I have, to making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month so that you can ramp up your income, grow an audience, and stop with these niche websites, which I have a niche website, but we'll get into that in another video and what my plan is for that arm of my business. But I really want to focus on growing an audience, sharing authentic content, and bundling that into helpful ebooks that are a low ticket offer that can help people. Of course, I also want to create video masterclasses. I love those. Those are 1-hour videos with a workbook. Those are sort of my sweet spot that I like, but they're not as converting as the ebook that I recently created. And that could just because I am promoting it a lot and I'm excited about it. So if you want to create digital products, let's go through sort of these, what you have to do to market it so that you can start making sales, because I have created a video on how to create an ebook and I went through sort of the steps of all of that, but I didn't go into sort of after you have this product, after you have all this stuff, once it's hosted on Teachable or on Gumroad or on Kajabi, Thinkific, whatever platform you decide, you need to start making marketing materials. And that's where I think a lot of content creators fail in marketing their ebook or their digital product or their swipe file, whatever they have, and not converting many sales from that. So what can you do to strengthen those conversions once you have a digital product? The first thing I want you to think of is your landing page or your sales page. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't sat down to create a really, really beefy sales page in a long time. Just for example, over on my Elna Kane blog, I have lots of courses here. And let's just take freelance blogging in a weekend. This is one of the most the latest, beefiest sales page that I produced, I believe. I don't think I have produced a bigger one than this. Or maybe I did on Twins Mommy. I'm not sure. With a sales page, you have an intriguing, eye-catching title, and you walk the reader through their challenges with a landing page or a sales page. Now, I will be honest, this could take you the longest, and maybe that's why I am sort of not going this route with a lot of my products. But if you want something that you want to charge over $100, I strongly suggest that you have a adequate or a sales page, a normal type of sales page, okay? I am speaking to the audience and walking them through, I understand your struggles. I understand what you're going through. And then I sort of flip the script and tell them, well, you know what? I was able to overcome it. And I talk about that. And then I start talking about this idea of, yes, it could happen to you. I break it down into what exactly this is that I'm talking about, and trying to coax the reader that you have the skills. You just need to, whatever the product is. In this particular case, it is monetizing their writing, basically, if you want to do blogging and writing for clients. So I do talk about ranking in Google. I do talk about my whole product. And then it's midway down the sales page where I actually introduce what I'm talking about. So up until this point, I'm just enticing them. I'm just getting them excited about what I'm talking about. Yes, you can make whatever your claim is. If it's a health thing, yes, you can lose 50 pounds in a year. Look at all of the things that I went through. I know your struggles. This is possible. And then you introduce your product, your course, your workbook, whatever it is. So this style of conversions is probably the biggest driver. Okay. Having a landing page or a sales page is what's going to sell your digital product. And I do have a little bit of a template for each of these. I like to have sort of like what you're going to learn. I like to have these sort of call outs. I go back into, addressing their objections. So over on Twins Mommy, I actually do have a blog post on 5 reasons why your sales pages aren't converting. And in this, I do talk about objections that you haven't really met those objections for those people that are reading it. Let's see here. There are many objections as to why a person may not buy your course or digital product, but the most popular ones that you need to address in your sales page is the price. Your product is too expensive, or the buyer doesn't see enough value for the cost. This is where you don't have to outwardly explain it, but you have to show the value of what they are getting. And so they can realize like that price matches the value. And an easy way for people to do this is at the bottom of their sales page, often they might have like sort of this cross out. So I do that for a lot of my pages here. My husband coded this, but it is possible through tools and stuff where you can slash out what the original price is, and for a limited time you can get it for 50% off. I have left this 50% off just because it is what it is. But for people that are just coming onto this, they could feel like, oh, it is limited time, let me grab this kind of thing. So that is one way to show the value of your price and what they are getting. The need. The buyer doesn't feel a pressing need for the product or believes they can do without it. Now, this is big. There are a lot of free things that people can get online. Okay, they can get free advice on Pinterest marketing. They can get free advice on writing a blog post or starting freelancing. They can get free advice. The ticket, though, is that it takes time to go through all of those people's posts to read them and apply them. You are doing it alone without any coaching or accountability. And it is much easier. The biggest way that I fight this is that it's much easier to have all the information from one credible person in one spot. Okay. You can get everything instead of reading 5 tweets, 10 blog posts, and watching 20 YouTube videos. You can get it all here in my course, in my ebook, in whatever it is that you're selling. That shows the person that is reading the sales page that yes, especially if they've been following you, they know that you produce good videos, good blog posts, and it's free. And they're like, wow, I'm getting immense value from this free content. The person's digital product that I have to pay for probably has 1,000 times more valuable content. So it's that sort of balance that you have to create for a reader that is on your email list that follows you, because those are the people that are going to buy your products. It's very hard to get someone cold that doesn't know you to buy your products. So that's where the need comes from. That's where you can show that need. Urgency. Now, not a lot of bloggers or content creators address urgency, and neither do I actually. There is no immediate reason for the buyer to act now, and they might think it's better to wait. For evergreen products, which I do suggest that you create these evergreen products because it's easier for us, right? Instead of trying to create new content every month, replenishing that, think of like a membership, think of a sort of subscription-based content where every month you have to give them new things, new photos, new workbooks, new training. That takes a toll on a lot of us, especially if you're a mom like me and you don't have the time. You do want to create evergreen products, but there is no urgency for people to buy it at that time then, right? The only time that I can create urgency is through Black Friday, for example, is through offering a sale several times a year. Maybe there is a spring sale, a school sale, or a back to school sale, and then a Black Friday sale. Whatever I decide. Some content creators, if you're on their email list, that is the privilege to be on their email list, because then you get exclusive deals every time that person emails them. They have enough products to offer 30% off on one product this week. Next week, it's another product. Next week, it's another product, right? So you can play around with that once you have a suite of digital products, which I don't at the moment. I'm trying to create them. It takes time for sure. But that's what I mean by covering the objections in your sales page. The other ones or the last one here is trust. If the person doesn't believe you, that means they don't trust you. And that means you're not providing enough value in your free content, right? You want to build that know, like, and trust factor. And in order to do that, you need to get in front of your audience. That's why I do YouTube, to grow my audience, for people that are on my email list to actually see me talk. I have a Facebook group. Again, I was doing videos a couple of years ago in that Facebook group, so I get to connect with them on that level. There's lots of ways you can get in front of your audience. If it's not through video, it's through your blog writing and answering those comments once you get them, either on social media or on your blog. That is a way to build the trust, as well as being authentic in your blog content. Be personal, share stories. Don't just be all like, these are the 5 ways and you have to follow them, right? You need to share your story. I was in your shoes not long ago. I struggled with making conversions. I had a hard time selling my digital product, but I found some ways that worked. I want to help you. Here, I'm going to share those ways with you. Do you see how that's more personal for that reader? Like, wow, this person that has made $1 million with her products, she's sharing this insider tips with me. Like, it's stuff like that where I don't know if the reader's going to think that, but you know what I mean? Like, wow, it feels like I'm sharing some secrets. It feels like it's insider knowledge, things like that. And now not every blog niche is going to have that. My niche website on cleaning. I mean, if I can find some secret to a clean home, I'm sure I can angle my content that way, where it's like, come into my home. This is what I'm going to share with you. My little secrets here to keeping a clean and tidy home with twins and a cat. And I'm a content creator full time and I barely have time to shop. I can build that up if I want to, but I'm not for that, because it is a niche website. It's a little bit different. But on Twins Mommy, that's what I do. That will help you build a strong digital product business with good conversions. So once you have your landing page, you can publish it on your website if you want, or use the course platform like sales page. And I do that on some of these. I have a dedicated sales page to a lot of these on my blog, but I also created in Teachable. Some of them I don't have a lot. So my masterclasses, I don't have a big sales page on these ones because it is a low ticket offer, which by the way, I am working on increasing the price on these masterclasses, but that also means I need to show more value in my sales page. So that's it. This is all I have. So I need to work harder to get that going. And once I do, then people will see the value, like, oh, well, it is worth whatever I decide at that point. Okay. My sales page is too short. It's not going to convert as much. And it's true. It's not converting as much. Versus if I look at my digital product for my ebooks, or one of them at least here, my sales page is a little bit longer. It's a little bit more like people can actually read it. It's not super long, but I already have testimonials here, which really help boost conversions, especially from YouTube, which I am trying to market my ebook more heavily on my channel, right? This is proving to me more converting than my other sales page that I just showed you for my video. This is a book and I show screenshots and all that. So this is what I mean by showing the value in your sales page. It can be short, but it has to punch a lot of the objections. It needs to be authentic and it needs to show the person that is going to buy that product that they really need it. Okay, you need to hit all of those when you have this digital product that you want to sell. Okay, the next part to this marketing puzzle is the emails that you're going to send out. Now, if you don't have an email list, then you would have to just rely heavily on social media to share your product with every video you pretty much create. Okay, and having links where you can. But ideally, email is where businesses can make millions, okay? It is still a highly viable marketing channel to get dedicated people. I call them ambassadors for my brand because I have built my email list of thousands of moms or thousands of freelancers that will vouch for me, that will share my name in other Facebook groups, in other courses, in other videos. Okay, that's what you want to build, a raving fan base about you, your brand, so that when you have a product, then they want to be an affiliate for it. Okay, so I'm going down the road, but the email is where you can really have that central hub of growing those ambassadors, growing an engaged, nurturing email list so that when you speak to them, they trust what you have to say. Depending on your product and the price of your product and what you're going to give them will depend on how many emails you have to send in a funnel. Now, my product is under $200, but it's still highly valuable. So I do have a longer email funnel for them. So let me just access it right now. So for my freelancing business, I have most people coming into my free email course right here. It is 6 emails. Okay. For many years, I was getting conversions with just the 6 emails in here. So it was 5 days of pure educational and 1 day pitch. When I saw my conversions going down, not many people were buying. And that also had to relate to a lot of my Google traffic because I was getting lots of Google traffic. So when that sort of stopped, I had to build out my funnel. And this is a 39-day sequence with 11 more emails. So for another 30 days, I am giving them 11 emails. Some people give 20 emails. So they do almost an email a day. So for 20 days, I do 39. I could play around with that and maybe make it shorter to 20 days and see if that will help with the conversions. There's ways I can tweak this, but for many years, this has worked for me. So I do the front end educational content. I pepper in my CTAs with, if you need more help, I have the roadmap for you. I have the roadmap. Look at this testimonial. I have a roadmap if you want to get into my program, all that stuff. But then the last half of those emails are pitches to, convert. I'm giving you more value. I have deals for you, whatever it is for those people to commit. All right. And they get a couple of opportunities, but then it stops and they no longer get it for that deal. And they miss the boat. So that's where I do squeeze in some urgency and sort of a one-time offer kind of thing for them at that point. That's how I set up my email funnel so that I am getting daily sales. I don't set that up for my other products because they are smaller. I do mention them in my emails. So when I send my normal newsletters, I do talk about my products. For example, for Twins Mommy, in my most recent email, I talk about Pinterest here, and I do talk about my book. But at the bottom of every newsletter, I have links to my masterclasses and guides. I do talk about these things. They can click on them if they want to. Okay, so that's how I sort of work my CTA of getting daily sales by having the opportunity for my subscribers to click on them. Okay, so that's something to do to set up with your emails to create that funnel, right? And then in your newsletter every week or every month, whatever you decide to send your emails, you have those CTAs. Oh, by the way, here are all the products in case you missed it. And I remember 10 years ago when I signed up to Melissa Griffin's email, the very first email, like from a content creator, like this was like a big thing. I latched onto Melissa. I loved her advice on Pinterest and blogging. I loved her story. All of this stuff really just hit me really nicely. So I signed up to her email list. In that welcome email, she welcomed me into her community, but she also told me, which I had no idea, that she had all these products. And I thought that was really cool. Like, wow, she does have an email course and she does have a book here and she does have this and this and this. And I was really impressed by that. So that always stuck with me. Like, wow, even for brand new people, you should tell them you have things to help them. Okay. You need to allow that permission to want to get that sale. You really do. And so that's what I do with my newsletters. So you have the landing page for people to go to that you linked to in your email. You have the email funnels and the newsletters. And then the last part of this is the social chatter, the marketing part of it, giving people those links, access to your products. And you can do that through video. You can do that on your blog. For many, many years, that's what I did for my product. So yeah, a few years ago when my digital product for Twins Mommy was created, my first one, which was a course about traffic building, I wanted to slap that course on all relevant blog posts. Okay, so I have one here from 2019. I've changed a lot of that image to just growing my email list instead. But for a while, as you can see, 51 comments. People were coming to my blog and commenting back in the day. Okay, 2019, 2020, around there. But at the bottom of this blog post, I would have a huge CTA, need help growing your blog traffic, introducing ready, set blog for traffic. Check it out. It goes right to my sales page. Okay. And this is a big beefy sales page. All right. So I had this CTA at the bottom. Now I have just to grow my email list. So, here's like comment 43. Here is 24, 11. This one had 76 comments, right? Like I was building a fan base and they were coming into my email list. So I would have my email list to grow. And that's where I could target my marketing more on my email list than on my blog, because blog traffic fluctuates. Okay. Just to let you know. And the behaviors of people fluctuate. Once I knew that I wasn't getting many comments anymore because people were hanging out on social more than they wanted to comment on my blog, I had to change my strategy. I couldn't just slap on my CTA to buy my courses and my digital products. I had to get them into my email list. I had to entice them from social media to come and at least sign up to my email list. All right. And then I can market my products through my email list, right? But it's that marketing aspect of getting your product in front of your ideal users. And that means talking about it. I don't want you to feel like you're being too salesy about this. You're not. You are a blogger or business owner. Once you have your blog and once you have a product, you are a business owner and you need to market your products. Okay. It's not enough to just have it in your CTA and not talk about it in your video. I don't do it enough. My ebook for this audience is for Pinterest. So when I create videos about blogging or YouTube, I'm not going to talk about that because it's not relevant. What I need to do is create relevant ebooks about the topics that I'm talking about, my content pillars on YouTube, right? And once I do that, every video then I can say, oh, and by the way, if you need more help about YouTube, here's my ebook. If you need more help about blogging, here's my ebook about using AI for blogging. I can start incorporating that so that I can start making more sales of just my ebooks. Then on my email list, I can bundle up my ebooks. I can drive the cart sale up by bundling all that. I can add my master classes to it and then make big sales on that during holidays where they are going to get immense value. Everything is 50% off, but it's still a higher price cart than if they just bought the ebook. So you see, these are things that I'm thinking of where as you, the YouTuber or blogger, content creator, this is what you have to start thinking of so that you can monetize your time. This is time taken away from my client work. It's time taken away from cleaning the house. Okay. Making a meal plan. It's been like 5 years since I've actually made like a solid meal plan, like from Sunday to Sunday. I can go Monday to Wednesday or Monday to Friday and that's it because I am busy. So I need my products to work in the back end. I need these funnels in place. I need these marketing channels to grow so that I don't have to spend a lot of time. I'm choosing to spend more time with this. I am choosing to spend more time working in this season of my life. All right. And that's okay. My twins are 11 years old. Hockey season is winding down. He's going to go into football, but I don't think it's as demanding as hockey season. Dance is winding down for my daughter. Things are happening. Okay. Summertime is coming and that's family time. So I'm going to be offline more. So this is sort of where I am sitting. If I can create these products, then I'll be happy with that, right? I'm also trying to monetize this channel. Again, my time here is valuable and it's going to pay off in the long run. And I'm okay with that. I'm building up that ROI, right? So hopefully you understand. I'm sorry I'm on my little soapbox, but it is very passionate for me to create these digital products, but it's more passionate for me to help you do the same, okay? If you want to learn more more about blogging and the steps to getting your blog to making sales, then sign up to my free e-course, Start, Grow, Earn. It's a 6-day email course that will get you ready and for that process. All right. And make sure to check out this video about creating an ebook, because that is the digital product that is the minimal viable product that any content creator or new blogger can create and start selling. Okay. Make sure to watch that video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in that video. All right.